Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, Last Frontier, episode number 5. We start our day, or our episode anyway, up at the shop where we're looking to make a purchase. And we need a few things today. First off, we have a bunch of bales in the field that we are going to need to go pick up and do something with those. So we're going to need a trailer to haul those. But also, we need a front loader for our current tractor. We're not going to buy a telehandler or anything like that for this. So, excuse me. Let's go ahead and grab our telehandler. We'll start with that, or front loader anyway. And neither of these actually fit what we have, but the stole works just fine. We actually can change the color on this. What tractor do we have? The Fent, right? The green Fent. Fent Nature Green. There you go. Hey, we'll do that. So we're going to buy this. But instead of getting a normal pallet fork, which is kind of the main purpose that I'm going to need this for, I actually want to get something that can double as a bale spike, and you can use it on pallets. It's just fine. And it's actually a couple $100 cheaper anyway. Customization wise, I don't think I want to change the color here. We'll go ahead and take the stock black, which is a little bit easier to see. Now, the second thing, as mentioned, we're going to need to get some baling technology. We need a trailer. There's different trailers available, and they can get really expensive really fast. We don't need anything super fancy right now. In fact, we just need a simple round bale trailer that does have the option to have auto load, and at just $1,000, I think that's going to be well worth it. Let's also go ahead and change some customization options. So let's make this thing look really nice. Design color, we want to make sure it's the Fent Nature Green to match what we just got. And those rim colors, let's get them on that Fent Nature Green also. Perfect. We want to change that. We have a steel black. Oh, that's... Same either way, okay. I think red is probably going to work just fine on that. Yes. We want a trailer hitch on there to where we could use this with our truck. Probably not. It's going to sit really poorly if we do that. So it might be adjustable, but I don't think. I think that's pretty solid. Rear extension. You know what? I'm okay without the rear extension on there, especially since we have the round bales. Okay, so $12,000 for that. Still leaves us with a decent amount of money. And that'll allow us to do two things. And the second being, other than hauling those bales, we can get something we're going to need to do this job, because we're going to need a lot of seed to finish that job. So we're going to at least buy a couple of pallets here. And that should do it. 18,000. leaves us with just 11,000 left. But there's the equipment. It's really nice. Oh, well, our tractor is pretty dang dirty. It does work anyway. Now, before we pick up that trailer, we're going to need to get the seeds loaded up on there. So if we line that up a little bit better. Go. That's hooked up. Don't forget to close the doors, you dummy. There we go. Okay, hook up that bale spike. And we can load this seed onto the trailer, and then we'll haul the trailer back. 2-for-1 job. Now, while the bale spike is not meant particularly to do this, it does work, and it saves us that $800 for now. Actually just go right onto the rear end here, and it's okay if we're a little crooked. It's going to be strapped down anyway. Whatever's easiest is often best. Ah, I was lined up. Alrighty, so we're gonna head back. It does help though if I throw some straps down. There we go. Now the tractor, the working condition is horrendous, and I think we are definitely due for a little maintenance work. Other equipment as well is in really, really sad shape, so we're going to need to get to that. But since we do have at least a little bit of money right now, we can at least fix up this tractor, because this tractor is continuing to be used heavily. I do find it odd that in the rear view mirror the trailer has its base look, the chrome top. We'll need to find somewhere to put this seed. We certainly don't want to keep it out. but we're going to be using it here fairly soon. So actually, maybe... No, you know what? We need to plow that field first. We're not going to haul this all the way over there. So let's maybe put this over here somewhere. Alright, so it's a little finicky because we don't own the land. It doesn't want me to unload. And actually there is a manual unload even then, but if you don't own the land, you don't own the land. But we're able to do this the hard way. And one by one unload these guys. Well, that takes care of the bales we're going to sell for now. That brings us up to 43,000, so a good $31,000, almost $32,000 more than what we had a moment ago. Of course, we have spent quite a bit. Our balance is certainly down from where it was, but things are looking a lot healthier. Now, I still need to fix this tractor. But then after that, we are ready to begin plowing the field. Done the basic preparation, but we're going to have to set that up. Plow job is going to take forever, especially with a small tractor like this. It's going to be a very lengthy process, one that I'm not necessarily looking forward to. And with no field creation, I don't think I'm going to be able to get Courseplay to work for me. But I'll see what I can do with that. I'm going to pick up those last 3 bales. put them and the trailer away for now. And then I'll see you at the repair shop. Alright, so we just arrived at the workshop here. And this is the workshop. It's right over near our chipper, close to the house. And this is a real working workshop. I love the design work on this from Alien Gym. Most of this is all objects, real objects that can be picked up, moved around. And we have full vehicle options from here. So you can see the condition is quite awful. There is the option to customize or repair. In terms of customizations, what we could do with this Fendt tractor, and look how nice it is when it's new, fixed, cleaned. It's 150 horsepower right now, 31 miles an hour. Got different wheels that we could put with it. Well, a couple options anyway. We have wide tires, narrow tires, which will do less crop damage, but obviously a lot of spin. Rear twin wheels, your narrow twin wheels, double twin wheels front and back, and standard. I think we're on wide tires right now, right? In terms of the engine, we could add, or no, we couldn't. It's actually a downgrade from where we're at. Front loader attacher, of course, is already on there. So really outside of tires, there's not much we could do. And with the 150 horsepower, we kind of are where we are with this tractor. But what we really need to do right now is we need to get under that hood and do some repairs. This thing has already put in 160 days. This is a very old tractor with 46 operating hours already. So we're going to spend $628 to complete some repairs. That's for the parts, the labor, time we put into it. Value is not much. Resale. This is a keeper. This thing is definitely a keeper. But that'll take care of the repair job for now. Oh, I've done that before. There we go. Still dirty, but she should run a bit better now. Maybe if it experience a little bit less slippage on it than we did previously. Next up, the granddaddy job of them all. The one that most people hate doing, and for good reason. Very slow. Very minor width on most plows. Requires a lot of power, a ton of slippage. I mean, it's a big, big job to... Let's straighten out a little more. There we go. Very big job to get the plowing done. I mean, think of how long it took us to do that field. And if we do take a second and look here, if we include grass, you can see what we've already done. So here's the original field 26. This is the new field that we're prepping. Now, of course, the completed field is going to be a little less skinny than this, but I mean, we're talking like a single width, if that. We've got the rock formations we've got to go around, but outside of that, and it does confirm that it was definitely a bit wider on this end of the field than this end of the field, but that's okay. You can see we actually still have a little bit of room for growth to the north and to that east edge. I was definitely not running into problems, but we pushed it all the way to the edge here on this side. So this side is one that I'll tuck back in a little bit more, and then we'll stay a bit closer to the edge on the other three sides. Alright, so the first thing is we're going to need to turn on allow create fields. And then we're going to have to figure out how we want to do this. Now, like I said, I want to come in a little bit from this edge. Maybe to about here. And we begin our work. I'm going to try to outline the field first and foremost. So we're going to make a bit of a headland. And then I'll see what happens when it comes to Courseplay and whether create field can then, the Courseplay can do it from there and actually make it happen. That would be a big if, but we'll see. Being as we are creating new fields, we do want to be really careful about our lineup. Stay a bit tighter to this edge here, and probably actually tighter than what I've done so far. We obviously don't want to hit that tree, but this field work is going to happen almost entirely in an east-west format besides headland, so staying close to that tree is not an issue. The east and west edges are totally clear. Close to this edge here. Another edge that I'm not really challenging right now terribly well, and we certainly could challenge the edge a bit better. See, it does curve back in down here at the end. I didn't cut that grass terribly well. We certainly got a curved edge. We'll bring this right out to that, straighten it out a bit. Once we get moving along here a little bit, we'll stay pretty close to this edge, and that'll at least give us an outline here in a moment. Now, once we've got this basic outline, I'll go ahead and spend a few minutes with Courseplay, see if there's something I can do about getting the AI to help me out with this. But otherwise, we will convert this over into time-lapse and get the dirty work of making this field. done and dusted, make it happen. It's not quite where I left off, but I did figure out how to get Courseplay working with that setup. It's going to run on its own. I do know that at some point it's going to run into an issue with object detection. Our two rock formations didn't get picked up in the course generation. I'm not sure how to get that in there, so I know I'll have to deal with that section manually, and hopefully I could still get it to do the rest anyway. But otherwise, so far so good. And that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully, by the next episode, we'll have the field all plowed and ready to go for cultivation. Be safe out there, everyone. Have a good one. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.